Hello, welcome to my channel. Today, again, I will be talking about medical device regulations and classification in Canada. Many people who write to me, they ask, how do I know which class of the device I'm interested in bringing to Canada belongs to? And it's a valid question. I know it's sometimes not easy and not straightforward to identify the class of the device. And today I will show you where to go, how to identify the active license for potentially competing products or existing products on Canadian market. And I will also show you I will also tell you how to find which class of device potentially the product you are talking about is falling into. So watch this video, it will be helpful. But before I begin, just want to remind you, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos if you do, leave me questions, leave me comments, and I'll try to reply to your questions and comments as soon as I can. Okay, let's begin. First of all, I need to mention that Canada, like any other country, has its specific rules and specific regulations, unique just for Canada. And I know many people, when they try to bring a new product in and they have an idea, either to become a distributor of a product or even a company that tries to enter Canadian market, you need to do the research. And I know many companies have a tendency to compare and assume that medical device classification in Canada is the same as, let's say, in the US. And some people think maybe it's the same as in Europe. But it's not always true. And I'm telling you that from my own personal experience, because I've done that. I've assumed, I've checked that device belongs to, let's say, class 1 medical device in the States. But when you do the extra research and extra digging into Canadian regulations, you find out that Canada classifies exactly the same product as class 2, or same can happen with class 2 versus class 3. In the States and Europe, class 2 device can be considered class 3. So let me show you where you can go and where you can find that information. And do not make those mistakes. Do not make assumptions. Check first. Again, speaking from personal experience, that will save you money and time in the long run. Do the research first, and then it will be easier for you in the process. Okay, let's start here. I'll show you the screen, the working screen that I'm working on. When you just put in Google MDALL Health Canada, the first link you will get is the right link to go to. It's Medical Device Active License Listing. It's a great tool for you to start with when you want to go and check if the devices that you are interested in and you want to bring to Canada to sell, first of all, if they already exist on the market, so there are competitors and other companies, and second of all, if the manufacturer that you are talking to has existing license already, or maybe was licensed before. And on this page, you will see there is active license search here. You can see here, and there's an archive license search, which you can use in case you want to go and see some historical data. But let's go for active license search just for the sake of time. And of course, it's very self-explanatory. Once you do it yourself, you will know. Very easy to search. You have options to choose from. I usually go with device name because it's just easy to start with. Search for lenses. Let's say we're gonna talk about optical lenses, and I know people are trying to bring new lenses in. I got those questions before. Search. Okay, and you have 77 companies registered, or 77 products registered here. Let's check, let's go for the first one. For example, here, contact lenses. The first one, Johnson & Johnson. But the most important part here, what we're looking for, is actually device class right here. It's class 2. So we know now that contact lenses belong to class 2. You can do that a couple of times just to make sure that different types of contact lenses all fall into class 2 medical device. So let's go for another one. Absorbing lenses. Let's take a look. See, the absorbing ones are class 3. So maybe you should be more specific in writing down the proper name of the device, because this is class 3, so you will go through a different category application. Still MDL, but you need to know it's class 3. And you can go full listing. If you can click here, you will see a full listing of the manufacturer itself, and you will know when and what products they actually licensed in Canada, which is great. So it's a great tool to know historic data and to know about the manufacturer itself. You can also go by company name, as I mentioned before. So let's say Supervision. You're working with a manufacturer, you wanted to know if they've been registered, search. Supervision. And again, they are specific lenses or class 2 devices. You can tell here, here's the information about it, and you can go through it one by one, but at least you know it's class 2, has been registered already. So that would be my first step. When I have a product, if someone approaches me, if a manufacturer approaches me with a device and they ask me if I'm interested, let's say, to bring them forward, that's what I will do, just to make sure I go through competitors and class they would belong to and what kind of documents they will need to prepare in order to bring it to Canada. Okay, let's go now and talk about the situation when you cannot find anything on Canadian website. You have no reference, you don't know which class of device this particular technology belongs to. So then I would go to fda.gov resources. I will leave all the links below my video, and you have all the resources here. And of course you go scroll down here, and device registration and listing database will go here, because you can also use the all medical device databases, but I like to go through registration listing database. It's easier, quicker, and you do the quick search. Same difference. You can start with company name and lenses. Search. It's a quick way to double check. And you can see that this company is registered. You have soft lenses registered here. You open it up, and the first thing you see is device class. It's 2. In this type of situation, lenses, contact lenses, soft contact lenses, they belong to class 2 devices in both US and Canada. However, there are some discrepancies sometimes, and I encourage you to do more research. If you cannot find solid, clear information about the device, I would encourage you to contact Health Canada and talk to them directly to see how they identify this particular technology in Canada, because I've seen those cases where an FDA will have class 2 listed here, but Canada will have class 3 listed in their database. So that means that you will have to be prepared to register your product under class 3. Same with class 1 and class 2. I think that's the most important one, because class 1 will not even require MDALL license, but class 2 will. It will cost you money and time. So double check what class you are dealing with and what class of devices and what kind of licensing you will need to obtain in Canada for the product you're trying to sell. So that's FDA. And one more link for you, one more page to visit is Medical Device Directorate. And you can see there's Food and Drug Act here. This is the document we usually refer to when we want to go and see what are the regulations around the category of products we're trying to bring in. And you can see here devices, and you can just go and read about them. It's a big document, a lot of reading, a lot of information, but I think it's really good because you can learn about everything on your own time, which will save you money and time in the long run. So you can go through all of it, and devices including, and you can see what is prohibited, what is needed for labeling, etc. So do a little bit of homework. And the last link that I will leave for you here, it's canada.ca Health Canada website with drugs and health products page, and we go through medical devices. And here you have all the information about all the regulations and different programs and registration forms, and of course COVID-19 medical devices information. You can read through all of that, and you can find some necessary information for you and related resources, and you can, I'm pretty sure there is some contact information. There we go, contact information and contact of people and departments you can talk to if you want to about certain devices. But I think the most important tool here that I find is actually device advice or e-learning tool. So if you click on it, you will be directed to their web page here. And this is a course you can take online. It's absolutely free, in which will teach you about all regulations that Canada has and Health Canada classification. And they will talk about risk classification, about licensing rules and requirements, and submission documents for your medical device licensing application. What you will do here, you will have to create an account. Well, obviously I need to change password here, but you'll have to create an account in order to get full access to it. At the very end of this course, you also will receive a certificate of achievement, which proves that you've done your work and homework in regards to regulations of Health Canada. I'm showing you my certificate here as example. This is it for today. I know what I showed you, it's a general concept, and of course, case by case, it might be different. And especially if you're trying to bring in something absolutely novel, something new to Canada, that will be a bit more challenging because you will not have any type of point of reference, and maybe some of those techniques will not work, but that's okay. Maybe in those cases, you should go and communicate directly with Health Canada, because people in Health Canada will be able to guide you through their Medical Device Act, and they will go through all the rules and exceptions to those rules to identify which class of the device your technology is falling into according to their standards. And of course, they will probably ask you which class of device it's in the States or in other countries. Even sometimes if, let's say, if it's coming from Asia, you can still provide them with that information. But I showed you something standard where you can start, something that you personally can do, and you can do that research. And as I said at the beginning of my video, spend some time to do that research. Do not rush into bringing something in unless you know how much it's going to cost for you and how long it's going to take to get the approval for the technology. That's it for today from me. Leave me your questions and comments. You can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and now also on Clubhouse. I hope I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.